is an Unspoiled Network podcast.
This is Unscrupled, covering Buffy... No, wait, shit. This is Angel. Season 3, episodes 13 and 14. Waiting in the Wings and Couplet. In these episodes, there's drama ghosts, fucking, weird-ass trees, Cicero lipshits. Welcome to Unscrupled. Well, hey there, bitches.
Hey there, money. What's up?
So, we watched some Angel.
Yeah, we did.
These are really good.
Yeah, they were pretty fun. These are some of my favorite episodes of this era.
This era?
Yeah, this era of Angel.
This era of Angel. Okay, so that makes me deduce that there are better episodes of Angel somewhere in the Angel Panopticon. Forward or back, I have no idea. But... No, these are really good. So, yeah, let's talk about some drama ghosts.
So, yeah, our episode, I guess, opens with, Wesley daydreaming about Fred while looking at a drawing of a demon, like you do.
I am so done with any and all Fred Wesley pining / fucking / attraction, because we had to sit through Wesley nearly killing her.
It's true.
They need to end it, and I don't care. They need to stop focusing on it, because I don't care about Wesley's pain. You know why? Because he tried to kill her.
I know
it wasn't his fault, but it was still fucking traumatic, and get over it. You don't sorry, you don't get to fuck someone you want to fuck, and you're never gonna make me feel bad about that.
Okay, so yeah, he needs to focus on a different girl.
Exactly. He needs to move on. There are plenty of fish in the sea. Okay.
How do you feel about the Fred Gunn thing?
I don't care. Neither of them have anything better to do. So
that's true.
I mean, I nothing it.
Yeah, you don't ship it. You don't
sure,
not ship it.
Why
it's
not?
Fine.
Go for it.
It's at least they won't be... At least she's not trying to fuck Angel anymore. That's what it means.
Yeah, so Fred not fucking Angel and Wesley not fucking Fred are things I'm all on board. And it feels like if Fred is getting some regular gun dick, then the problem is solved.
Yeah. Well,
so, yes.
So, despite your assertion at the top of this episode, no one actually got laid in these.
I feel like a lot was happening in when Cordy and Angel were in the room.
I
feel like there was at least some finger action happening there.
So third base was probably achieved.
I mean...
And that does count as sex.
It really looked like Cordy was getting fingered by Angel, and it really looked like they were both super into it, and I was kind of into it too, and I'm like, yeah. Because this is working. Especially, you know what really sold it for me?
What?
It kept the camera on Cordelia, and I didn't have to look at Angel's fucking face.
Okay. Yeah, but, so, this whole, throughout time, you've always been against Angel plus anyone because you hate him so much.
I do, but we have a very different Cordy now. We have a Cordy who has sacrificed everything she could ever be in order to serve not Angel's goals, but her own goals of making the world a better place. Unlike Angel, she is... Unlike Angel and Buffy, she is not chosen. She chose this.
Okay.
And I want someone like that to get laid, and it's... Who else? She's half demon now.
Yeah.
Who else is she gonna fuck?
Okay.
I want Cordy to have some orgasm in her life.
Okay, but it is Los Angeles, and I have to tell you... There's a lot of dick out there for any girl who can say she's half demon.
Okay.
I mean, the goth clubs alone.
Okay. I mean, still, it's like Cordy's Cordy's dedicated to her job. Like, I feel a way about it like I feel about campaign sex. Like, you don't have time for going out and finding some worthy dick. You gotta have the okay dick that's nearby.
Love the dick you're with.
Exactly.
Okay.
Actually, no, tolerate the dick you're with.
Okay, fuck the dick you're with, and then ignore it. Okay.
Plus, I'd like Cordy to maintain her tether to human relationships of some kind, because so far her only relationship we've seen her in with is Xander.
Oh, that's true. Xander is like her only long-term boyfriend. Jesus.
Exactly.
No wonder she's so bad at this, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm just like, Cordy, get some. You know, you deserve it.
That's fair.
And I feel like Angel, I think Angel has come to the conclusion having an orgasm with Cordy will not set off his vampiric stuff.
Maybe, yeah, because he's not perfectly happy with her. He's just, happy enough.
Yes, which is the most either of them we can hope for at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, anyway, let's talk about the plot of this episode. So, they are going to the ballet.
Mm-hmm. And Angel is stoked about it, which I didn't really see coming.
What is with the protagonist of Joss Whedon shows and having really specific hobbies? Because Buffy is so into ice skating, and Angel is into ballet, and Caroline was into, Greenpeace and shit. You know?
Okay. I think that Joss has an idea in his head of who he thinks people with those hobbies are, so it's easy for him to fold that in. Though, okay, so this episode is legit the only time we hear of Angel's deep and abiding love of ballet. And there was only one episode where Buffy happened to mention that she was into figure skating. We get none of it outside of those.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a plot device for these episodes, which he then casually throws away, never to return to again, in a crass and horrible...
That's fine, but I know a total of 0 people who are into either of these hobbies, even casually.
I had a girlfriend who used to figure skate, and then, she got a little bit older and... puberty hit like a freight train, and all of a sudden she had hips and couldn't land those jumps anymore.
Was she Christy Yamaguchi?
No.
If she was, would you tell me? Christy
Yamaguchi was winning gold medals when I was 10.
You got game. She's also the only figure skater I know outside of Tanya Harding, and the one she...
Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah, Nancy Kerrigan, so...
No, I had a thing for Oksana Bayul, but she, train wrecked hard. I'm sorry, Oksana, I love you.
I don't know that that's a real person, but I don't know enough about ice skaters to dispute it.
She won an Olympic gold medal.
Okay. So, sure. Yeah, but ballet. Angel's into ballet. Sure.
Whatever.
And
he's into this ballet in particular. Because he saw it 100 years ago, and it changed his life.
Right.
Man.
Gunn is into having something to do that is not dressing in t-shirt and jeans and killing things.
Well, no, Gunn wanted to go to a concert, and he was all stoked about whatever band it was, and then felt very betrayed when the tickets were not for that thing.
Yeah. How a concert. So there is a group that is touring in LA that Gunn is a fan of that also has the exact same name as this ballet.
No, that wasn't it at all. Angel got to the ticket place and saw that the ballet was there and got those tickets instead. He was a real dick friend. Angel is not allowed to make plans anymore. Seriously, if any of us in our friend group did that shit, we'd be like, veto, bitch. Right. No, we are doing the plan, you asshole. I forget, is Wesley excited? Wesley's just happy to be included. Yeah. He's okay, music I don't particularly care for or know about, or a ballet which I don't particularly care or probably know about because I'm quite poncy, you see. Wesley is learning the lesson. If you can't find the Xander of the group, you are the Xander. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yes. At least I don't find Wesley nearly as obnoxious.
Okay.
His brooding is kind of getting old, though.
It really is. And then we have Cordy and Fred going dress shopping.
Because that's a scene I needed ever again. But okay, whatevs.
Alright, so you were clearly having some either feelings or lady boners about this scene. So I want you to describe this scene and what happens.
I wish I could. I have no memory of this
Okay,
scene.
so they go to the dress shop, and Fred is totally excited because she's not been out in 6 years.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, the poor girl's been scrawling on walls and, like, eating chicken feet and shit.
Why the feet, brother?
Because that's the part that people throw away.
Okay.
So, yeah, Cordy's show it, like, because Cordy can dress. And she's taking Fred, and Fred's like, we can't afford any of this. And Cordy's like, it's... she knows how to buy a good dress, and she also knows the trick of returning it the next day. It's all about hiding the tag.
Yeah, Cordy has been both rich and poor, so she knows all of the little tricks for these stores. In fact, she's worked in them before.
Yeah, and it's amazing growth that Cordy does not put this on a credit card like she probably did when she was in high school.
I think she knows the secret of credit cards is that eventually you have to pay them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely going on the credit card, but she's going to have it taken off tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
And Fred is super excited about the ballet.
Just because, I think Fred would be super excited about anything.
No,
outdoors.
remember she says, my parents always took me to the Nutcracker.
Oh, yeah, she did say she loves ballet. All right, I stand corrected.
And
yeah,
she says, like, I had my first sex dream about the Mouse King. The sex dream about the Mouse King. And honestly,
man.
same.
No judgment. No judgment. That's tights, man.
So, yeah, I remember having to, like, every fucking year at Christmas time. Mm-hmm. You remember when you're in elementary school and, like, once a week you go to music class with the teacher that, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to learn about the Nutcracker every fucking year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It seems redundant.
It's terrible.
Because
Also, it seems super boring because, like, there's this cool story happening, right? Mm-hmm. Like, this girl gets a doll and the boy gets a nutcracker, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. But her brother breaks it, and then at night, and she repairs it, and then at night the rats attack, and and the Nutcracker saves her, and he says, "I'm going to take you to see my queen," and shit. Now, here's, like, I'm super into this, like, all fairy tale and shit, and then the rest of the plot is, you're gonna sit here and watch as a bunch of people do dances. That is literally it.
That explains so much, because I've tried to watch the Nutcracker because I'm into fairy tale shit, too.
You get, like, a third of a fairy tale.
But, yeah, I remember, like, trying again and again and being bored and vaguely afraid. Those rats are really real.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've always kind of felt uneasiness about the Nutcracker. People talk about it like, oh, we're going to see the Nutcracker. The way people who don't know about Shakespeare try to pretend that Shakespeare is some kind of high intellectual thing when it's mostly dick jokes. They'd be like, oh, the Nutcracker, we're going to see it, it's so wonderful. It's like, you're going to be so fucking bored and you're never going to admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so they put their dresses on, and they both look great. Cordy more than Fred.
Cordy looks better than just about anyone. She really makes it work.
Uh-huh. And have I said how much I hate the shortening it to Cordy? Like, I'll do it, and I won't complain about it, but God, it's a stupid fucking nickname.
I give a fuck. I like it. It feels homey.
Okay. And Angel is having auga eyes at Groodelia.
His head turned into a cartoon wolf. And
Lauren is like, you got a boner for this bitch. He's like, what? No, I don't. Girls are stupid.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm fine. I don't like girls. Especially that one. She smells.
Yeah.
And Lauren is not having any of that bullshit.
Yeah. So
I really liked Lorne in this episode.
I don't feel like they're making good use of their Lorne in this show.
Yeah. Well, you would have the Lorne show if you could.
I wouldn't have him in the show. I would at least have him around often enough to, like, I don't know, go to the ballet. This is entirely his gig. Like,
well, that's why they made that joke later on when he's watching Connor. He's like, I'm a little hurt because they left me out of ballet, and I'm totally not thinking about selling you to the nearest band of roving demons.
Honestly, same.
Yeah, I feel it.
So, yeah, they go to the ballet and they take their seats. It turns out Gunn is super into this.
Yeah, and that, like, I feel like we should have gotten more of that.
Yeah, I feel for Cordy, because, like, it's her first ballet.
Yeah.
And do you remember when we went to Vegas and we saw Cirque du Soleil? And we were so excited because we were going to do this giant gay thing. Yeah. And we were so bored.
Yeah. I wasn't so much bored as I was afraid for all of the people in this thing. It is nerve-wracking to watch these people almost die.
I was sitting there like, I'm not entertained, and I spent like $200 on this. So.
Yeah. I was just tense as fuck and like, I need a drink after this.
We did drink a lot that trip.
We did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We got really high, too.
Yep.
Statute of limitations is over, so yes. Fuck you, DEA. You can't come after us for that, because it was 6 years ago.
It was 6 years ago. God. Time is flying, man. After 25, everything is just a blur.
Yeah, it's like you can't mark the years like you used to, because when you're in school, like there's a set amount of time until you finish, so you're marking time. You kind of stop that when you have a big boy job.
Yeah, it's true.
So, yeah, we're old, guys. Don't ever get old.
Yeah, just don't. Just don't do it.
Become a vampire.
Yeah, and you can brood like these guys. Anyway, so they're at the ballet and they're watching it, and Angel's tripping out.
Yeah, it takes him a hot minute to figure this out, though.
Well, it was 100 years ago, and even though he's got better than average memory because he's a vampire, I mean, it's not like you go in there expecting it to be exactly the same. You expect certain similarities and maybe a trueness of makeup and costume, but it might be like, wow, this is really very similar. No, I remember her. She was hot. She's still hot. This is the same. Something fun. Yeah, it takes like half a thing.
Is this the first? This is the first appearance of Summer Glau on Joss Whedon shows, isn't it?
You noticed that too, huh? Yeah. Yes. This is the first instance of Summer, and it makes sense. She was a ballerina before she went to acting,
right? And
she only went to acting because she cut her foot and couldn't do ballet anymore.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
sure. There's some similarities there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Angel's like, something's fucked up is going on. We gotta go check this out, because it's can they ever just have a nice time? Yeah. Where they go out and they do a thing, and the biggest problem they have to solve is settling the check.
Well, they can have those times, but they're not going to be an episode.
I would totally watch an episode where they just have some time to themselves, and maybe they talk about work a bit, and then someone tells them to stop talking about work, and then instead they have a nice time. So
I think you would bitch bitterly about that no matter what you say.
I don't think I would.
I think it would be really funny on a meta level.
Yeah. So they go to investigate, and they have to get by a guard, and he wants more than $100.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's LA.
So I have some logistical questions here.
Okay.
That guard is clearly not in a uniform for 100 years ago.
No, he's a hired contractor.
Okay. So he's clearly not stuck in the time loop.
Yeah, he's also not Russian.
Right.
Yeah.
Why is this wizard dude just going around renting another theater and putting on a performance there?
Oh, they don't have to rent a theater. They just have to come to an agreement with one about tickets and stuff. It's not
is he doing this at a new theater every time?
Yeah, they're a touring company. They go around, and he just makes sure he never hits the same theater within 12 20 years.
Yeah. So, sorry about the background noise, guys. There's someone playing a really loud bass, and also it's raining outside. So,
yeah, pretty much.
This has been a really wet LA for the past couple months.
Yeah, but
what's going on?
I don't know. Perhaps there's a committee in government that could discuss it or something.
Discussing rain in LA?
Well, or, global climate change. Something.
We're doing what we can, but let's see. Vamp.
Okay, so I had questions because there's a lot of ballet happening while all of these so Cordy and Angel end up stumbling on something that they start calling an echo, where they're in this little scene that shows us what's going on surrounding this ballet. Why are they stuck in the time loop? Which, okay, it's a plot device, but I can get behind it. It's interesting. There's so much ballet happening while that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept cutting back and forth between it. I don't know. It didn't work for me on some level. Okay. And I haven't figured out why, and maybe I'm just making stuff up now.
Yeah, I'm confused about the mechanics. Like, if they're replaying it, why is
she still able to dance?
Right. Why, if that's what's going on, what's supposedly going on at this point in the performance, why is she still on stage? So.
Yeah, and okay, it was it was strangely graphic. Like, watching this now, I'm thinking, how did they get this by the censors 20 years ago? I'm not complete unless you're inside me. That's really fucking graphic.
Yeah, but I'm okay with it.
Okay, I'm okay with it too. It's just like...
I'm more mad at the line. It's dumb.
Yeah, it's super dumb.
I don't like... Whenever someone uses... And I've actually heard people say inside me on network television before, so I think that's actually a carve-out thing you're allowed to say.
Huh.
So, yeah. But it's not sexy.
It's a thing that men write for women to say in movies, kind of. I mean, women do say that, but not the I'm only complete when you're inside me bullshit. That's something that men write for women. Because it happened in Game of Thrones, too, and I'm pissed off.
Really? Where did it happen?
Oh, Cersei says it about Jaime.
Oh, yeah, because Cersei manipulates Jaime.
Well, no, she says it to someone else about him. She says,
does she?
the only time I feel complete is when he's inside me.
Fuck you.
I think she says it to Ned Stark.
Fuck you, TV writers.
Whatevs.
So, anyway, yeah, I don't like that, but Cordy and Angel are starting to flirt hard and fast, and I'm here for it. Because Cordy's really sexy, and David Boreanaz, when he's doing not broody, he's actually good.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with doesn't suck completely, but yeah.
So, I felt that there was chemistry between these two, and I really wanted them to fuck, and I'm like, why? It took me a moment to realize, they're playing someone else's reel. I thought they were just gonna fuck.
I think that would have been too easy. But yeah, so they figure out parts of the plot, and Wesley stumbles on one and figures out parts of the plot. Mm-hmm. And they all get back together to talk about it a little bit. Mm-hmm. Then they get attacked by weird clown things.
Yeah, the drama masks.
Oh god, those are creepy as fuck.
All right.
The thing where they're crying, god.
Something really bothered me here.
What?
And it really drove me insane while I was watching this.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that Cordy is not fighting. Cordy has been training hard.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the growth that we've seen in Cordy, I want more payoff for who the different person she is now. You know?
Yeah, didn't Fred, do more fighting than Cordy?
Fred didn't do any either.
Oh, okay.
And there wasn't even a throwaway line, I'm not ruining this dress, it cost $4,000.
That would have been fantastic.
Yeah, but we know Cordy can handle herself.
It's true. Sorry about the background noise, guys. My throat's parched. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't seem... Okay, she's been working all this time to get to the point where she can help out like this. Why isn't she?
Exactly.
Feels a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what's going on.
I mean, that's the perfect excuse. I just wrote for you. It's a nice dress. You can't move in it. That is a runway dress. That is not a lip sync dress.
Yeah, but I want to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, they fight some things and they figure out that it's probably...
They're going to keep coming back.
Draining him every time he makes more children.
Exactly.
Let's hope.
So Angel jumps through and he confronts the guy and he breaks the thing. Fred and Gunn are fucking, and that's all I really have to say about that, because that's all I really remember is them making out. Oh, Gunn gets stabbed.
Yeah, Gunn got stabbed.
Yeah.
And, yeah, but he can't feel the pain because he's so in love. What else? Anyway.
You can hear me making the jerk-off noise. That's the background noise.
And, yeah, Wesley's sad because they're in love, and et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. We do have Angel running into... Summer Glau, though.
Yeah, they have a whole conversation, and she reveals that she's not actually dancing the thing every night. It's kind of like she's being controlled. It's a rerun. It's an echo.
I don't like this trope of the doodly hero telling a woman how to not be abused.
Yeah, the whole thing, I can help you, but you have to do something for me. It's like... Wow, that's like, if I was a woman in distress, that's the last thing I'd want to hear from anyone.
Exactly. And the ruby breaks, and the show is over.
Ta-da!
And the ghosts are free. I don't know, are the ghosts free or are they still fucking alive?
They're just dead.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been a really cool special effect if we were watching a ballet and suddenly they all turned to skeletons and dust.
Well, they faded away.
Yeah.
They did not, yeah.
But meanwhile, Lorne answers a knock at the door and goes, and we get cut off. And I honestly had forgotten about that until the next episode, because it turns out, who shows up but...
Groodelia!
We missed you, Gru!
Gru!
He's so enthusiastic about everything.
Yeah, he's like a golden retriever.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Yeah, he just wants to... romp right up to you and lick your face.
We're going to take a quick break, not for a commercial, but just for, like, us.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back. Alright, we're back, y'all. So, there's two main plot lines going on in this next episode. One is Angel being super jealous of Groodelia. Or is it Gru? That's not dead naming him?
He goes by both. He calls himself the Groodelia, but does not mind when people call him Gru.
Right. And then we have more Fred and Gunn. And they have no chemistry together. I don't even care.
Okay.
Fred is so not Gunn's type.
What is Gunn's type? We haven't seen him with a lady.
We haven't, but I figure he likes women who can take care of themselves.
I think that Gunn doesn't like women, but I've read a lot of fanfic.
Oh, God. So who is the pairing in the gay Gunn fanfic?
Oh, it's Gunn Wesley all the way.
Really?
Yeah. Like, in the fanfic world, Gunn Wesley rivals... Well, I think that's the most popular pairing, because it's hard to do lesbian pairings in Angel because there's so few women.
Right.
Yeah.
And Fred is boring.
And yeah, so... But, yeah, there's a lot of Wesley Gunn, because up until right now, they've been, like, super friends.
Right.
Right.
I mean, again, it feels a lot more of convenience than anything else.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
Just because they spend so much time together that they might as well get along.
And they're both good-looking young men. Well, not so young anymore.
Yeah, I don't think Wesley's young. I think he's, like, in his 40s.
Well, now he is.
So, yeah. And we have the tree.
And the tree.
The tree was really dumb.
The tree was really unexpected.
And I loved it. You know why? Because
Why?
it's like early season Buffy. It's like they're not trying to build all this tension. with, oh my god, there's this monster that's threatening in town. It's just like, oh, there's a weird thing. Let's deal with this.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's a man-eating tree.
And it has the internet, because why wouldn't it have the internet?
Yes, and it's totally catfishing nerdy guys throughout Los Angeles. That's amazing.
So, Lorne seems to be on permanent babysitting duty at this point. Is that how he's paying his rent? Is taking care of baby?
Yeah, he's the live-in nanny.
God, you've fallen so far, Lorne.
Well, it's what he's got. His bar is destroyed. Like, you can't come back from that one.
They should come back and he's doing the dance of sorrow.
Oh, no. It's like, I just felt it in my soul, guys.
Right. Yeah. So, Cordy and Gru are really happy to see each other, and I'm really stoked about that.
Yeah.
Because, like, Charisma Carpenter is really selling, like, how excited she is to see this hot dude. Not just because he's hot, but because she genuinely misses him.
Yeah, she likes him in a genuine way, and it's probably because he's the only person who's ever been 100% completely devoted to her. Because Gru is, again, with the golden retriever analogy.
Right.
He's like everything she's ever wanted, someone to worship her.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, perfect. Go for it.
Yep. And they slink off to Cordy's room, and Angel has...
Her apartment. She doesn't live here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, we have that throwaway line that Phantom Dennis helps her in the shower.
Yes.
How do we feel about this?
Oh, Phantom Dennis has always been in love with and taking care of Cordelia. What I want to know is what Phantom Dennis does when Groodelia shows up at the...
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Although, like, we honestly don't know whether Phantom Dennis is in love with Cordy or he's just being a bro. Because getting someone to loofah your back, super helpful.
Really is. And
especially when you have, like, 6 miles of back hair.
Oh. Well, I hope Cordy hasn't got that particular problem. It might ruin a certain amount of her thing, but
I prefer the idea of, rather than Phantom Dennis having a crush, he's just like, she's his only friend, and he looks out for her.
Yeah, okay.
And so I'm really hoping that Phantom Dennis is like, wow, I am so happy for you. I'm going to go be alone for the rest of the night. Don't forget about me. I want to have breakfast in the morning, but...
Yes. Like, I'll be here in the morning.
Because clearly there's a level of trust that she's okay with, like, him joining in the shower. So, not out of any sexual pleasure, but just help her get ready in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's been taking care of her for a long time. When she was in Headache Land, you saw she went home.
Yeah.
He would have her drugs ready for her and have run a bath. And and he would loofah her. Like, they showed him loofahing her. It was very sweet.
Yeah.
But he always just, like, takes care of her. And he's a really good roommate, you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, okay, maybe he didn't do a jealous thing when Groodelia came home. Maybe he was just a bro.
Yeah.
And made them, a quiche in the morning. I'm on this with the quiche. I think he could do it.
What is your...
I just really like quiche, you guys.
And I'm not a big fan of quiche. I mean, I'll eat it, but it's fine. But I don't understand. Like, oh my god, quiche.
Spinach and goat's cheese.
Well, you can do that in a scramble. I don't want my eggs that dry.
Okay.
So
anyway, she comes back the next day, and Cordy has an edge to her. Mm-hmm. A frustrated edge. And why is she frustrated?
Because she wants some of that dick. That Groodelia dick, and she can't have it.
But it's right there. Just reach out and take it.
Yeah.
It's ready for you.
She's concerned that were she to fuck him, the visions would pass to him, and she would be now half demon without the visions.
Right.
But should we go into, like, what Groodelia did previous to this?
You mean when he was...
Voluntarily leaving power after a democratic revolution, and...
I don't think he voluntarily left. I think he was overthrown.
Well, I mean, he never wanted to just be there anyway, so...
That's true.
It's like that scene in World War Z where Castro's like, oh my god, democracy is coming. I'm going to take the credit for it. and I'm gonna go retire.
Yay!
Which is actually a really shrewd move. Is he still alive?
Castro?
Yeah.
No. His brother Raul is ruling.
I know his brother Raul is, but he was in a coma for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still hanging out like Yasser Arafat is.
I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure he's dead, and I'm pretty sure they're just not talking about it.
Okay.
Fidel? What Fidel? He was our fearless leader, and now he's on sabbatical forever. He's like Elvis. He'll show up in 20 years.
Sure. Yeah, so Cordy needs to get some dick. And she needs to have another semi-human connection.
Yeah. I mean, he's a half-demon, too.
There's a finite number of people she can do this with, and Lauren is not her type.
Lauren is not her type. Although I did appreciate that Lauren said... I feel like he established his at least bisexuality. Mm-hmm. Because he's like, yeah, if she was into green, I'd be all over that. But no.
I feel like I get a much stronger pansexual vibe from him.
Okay.
So, and I know that distinction, like, a lot of you straight people and cis people are listening to this and I'm like, what's the fucking difference? Mm-hmm. There's a difference, and it's hard to put into words, but that difference is important to people. So.
It very much is. So, yeah, I forgot where I was going.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, shoot.
Angel's really jealous, and Cordy is talking, like, there are also very few people that Cordy can talk to. Right?
Yeah.
She can't talk to her human friends anymore because she doesn't know what the fuck's, like, going on. Also, Fred and Wesley neither of them probably super helpful as friends.
Not for this. Not for this at all.
Right. So she's trying to have, like, hey, Angel, we are in this together. I've given up a lot. The least you can do is be real with me. Yeah. Because I have this problem, and I really want to get laid. And you know how much it sucks to not be able to get laid. So,
yes,
I need you to help me get laid.
And yeah, he does sort of, like, I don't even know what happens with them after that. I kind of tuned that out and tuned into the whole Wesley trying to send Gunn away so that he doesn't have to watch them be all in love.
Right. He sends them on a stakeout.
Yep.
Well, he goes to a demon brothel.
Well, this lady came in, and she said that her boyfriend was being tempted by a witch. And how does she know it's a witch? Oh, they've been engaged for 8 years. Why would he leave me? Yeah, it's so, like... So is it supposed to be implying that, like, an 8-year engagement is, like, way too fucking long?
I think it's trying to imply that this woman is very, very stupid.
Okay.
So... either A, she doesn't realize that he's gay or been cheating on her the whole time, or B, she's just that full of herself that she thinks that no one would ever want to leave her.
Huh. Well, he was going to be on a date with someone else, but it wasn't in fact a witch.
Right.
And so...
it was a tree.
Yes. And so... Fred and Gunn go to stake this guy out as he's waiting under this tree for his date, and they make with the mackin'. Thank God they brought a camcorder.
Yeah, they were macking. Oh my God, such a 90s word.
Well, I'm a 90s girl.
So, let's not forget that Groodelia gets a haircut.
Oh, yes, but...
and puts on Angel's clothes. And looks a lot like Angel.
And Angel is having some feelings about that, feeling like perhaps Groodelie's here to replace him.
Right.
In Cordy's life and in the life of the mission.
Right. And Cordy has a vision of a spiky demon.
Yeah.
That they have to chase down. And so Groodelia goes with Angel because Cordy... how is Cordy this oblivious? She's usually on the ball with this kind of thing.
This oblivious that Angel likes her?
Yeah.
Because he only just realized himself.
I feel like she's the type of person who would notice before the person noticed themselves.
I feel like he's always liked her and she's just put it in the back of her head for so long that there's really nothing to notice at this point.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, they chase down the demon, and this demon tries to kill some people in the park, but... because the sun is out, Groodelia has to take care of it.
Yeah.
Also, he gets a hottie on his arm for it, and everyone's like, "Oh, yay!
Good job, Gru."
Yeah, and of course the rest of the crew is coming charging with axes and shit, and they're like, "Oh, we're too late. It's already done."
Well, Groosalug is, a champion.
Right, and then Angel needs some manly reassurance that he's not being replaced by Groosalug, even though I am totally up for that. Like the Groosalug show where he's the muscle on this little investigative team.
I'd feel bad to watch him get jaded. Because they have to do some terrible things.
I don't think he's capable of being jaded.
He's just going to gleefully go in there and hack stuff to bits.
He's hacked a lot of things to bits. Like, he's killed many, many things and many, many times. And he's like, I am killing things and I am doing it for good. And if Wesley and Cordy told him this is a thing that needs to be killed, he would be like, okay. And he wouldn't give it a second thought.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I feel like that gives Cordy a lot of power.
It does. And I feel like this new Cordy can be trusted with that power. Wesley,
okay.
Not so much.
Okie dokie. Yeah, so. Wesley's questionable. He has changed a lot since the Wesley we met day one or season 2 of Buffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even like, remember last time when we were talking about the Cordy show and how she runs into Wesley and I had totally forgotten that they knew each other beforehand?
Yeah.
Like, that's how different Wesley is.
Yeah. He's gotten all grizzled and he's gotten way less inept, but still nerdy. Still nerdy.
Sorry, guys. It is Saturday, and I was up super fucking late last night, so you're going to hear me yawn a couple more times on this. And I'm probably kind of low energy, but these were actually really good episodes, and I liked them.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So back to Fred and Gunn, I guess.
Right.
They realized that the guy they're stalking disappeared while they were macking. And so they go to the visual playback because they had that magic camcorder, thank goodness, and they see him get eaten by a tree while they're standing on the same part of the tree that eats people. God damn it, guys.
And then they get eaten by the tree.
And then they too get eaten by the tree. But luckily, their cell phones are still in their pockets, and they are able to call for help.
I'm glad they have realized that cell phones are a thing now.
Mm-hmm. And who did they call? Not their boss. No, they call Angel.
Yeah.
And Angel hands the phone to Groosalug. Even they are trying to call Groosalug for help.
Right.
That doesn't flow for me. I think they would seriously call Angel. It's like, Angel, can you come take us out of a tree, please?
I would totally call Groosalug. Like, he's the new guy. You want him to feel involved, you know?
Yeah. It's like, hey, buddy, come rescue us from a tree. It's what we do to bond.
Right. And, Groosalug is so happy to have something exciting to do, so...
That's true.
Other than Cordy.
Yeah, bound over and, hack a tree.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Anyway, and that's pretty much what happens. They all bound over and get sucked into the tree, and the tree starts to eat Groosalug, and apparently Groosalug is fucking tasty.
Yeah, because he's so virile and young, and he's
full of sperm.
Half demon himself.
Yeah.
Half demon, half cow.
Yes. And... full of life and just aching to be sucked dry. And the tree is happy to oblige. But then Angel goes on a little rant about it and starts smacking Groosalug around. Which
right.
I feel, okay, vent your feelings.
Right. And it's also a play to get the thing to attack him. And
it works. And so the tree sucks in, his cold, dead essence.
Yeah, the tree's like, vampire, and he's like, yep, you're sucking on some dead-ass heart here.
And, yeah, it kills the tree.
It kills the tree.
Because Angel's love is toxic.
Right. So then they all go back to the hotel, and Fred and Gunn are still playing footsie. Mm-hmm. Well, Cordy's like, oh, you got the potion? Yes, we're going to fuck right now. Like... Maybe you all should vacate, because I need fucking right the fuck now.
Yes.
I don't even think I can make it home. We're doing it right here in the fucking lobby.
Yes. And so Angel takes her aside and hands her a wad of cash and says, okay, I just did you a really big favor. Now I need you to do me one and get the fuck out.
Yeah. And go have a really nice date and teach, like, for him, a nice date would be fucking Chick-fil-A, because he's never had anything like it.
It's true.
Yeah.
But, yeah, get out of here. Don't come around for a while. Get all your heavy humping out the way so I don't gotta watch that. Because, you know, those first couple of months when you're with a really hot new partner, you just kind of fuck on every surface.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt for Angel here, because the only thing worse than seeing someone you have a crush on with someone else is when that someone else is the best person ever.
Yes!
Not just better at stuff than you and better looking than you, but also nicer than you.
Yeah, it's like, I can't even hate you.
Right. And you're mad about that.
It's like, oh, I want to kill you in your stupid, perfect,
it's
nice
so
face.
fucking frustrating.
Yes.
So, yeah, we've all been there, guys, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. You still hate them to this day for being so awesome.
Yeah, perfect little... Anyway, so yeah, he asked them to get the fuck out, and she's like, word, and bails. Did you think she got it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I hope to Christ she did. I do not want our next episode to be them being interrupted on the way home. Because I kind of want Groodelia to be another member of this agency.
Yeah.
Because he'll probably work for room and board.
Yeah.
And it's, let's be honest, they need more muscle.
They do.
Right. They need to start moving in pairs, and Fred is useless. So, now you've got 2 pairs of muscle.
They need to just give Fred one of the suites in the hotel to set up a lab.
Right.
For Christ's
sake. That would be a really good use of that resource.
Yeah, she could science. She could build contraptions and weapons and traps and do the science on the show. I mean, someone should do some science.
Yeah. And we don't have Willow to do science. So.
Exactly.
I hope Fred doesn't get into witchcraft.
Well, we'll see.
Maybe Jonathan will turn up. He's just like, hi, my friends suck, I need a new job.
Yeah. Are you guys hiring?
Yeah.
I'm real good at turning into demons.
He would be super useful.
Yeah.
Like, he's got some skills. Like, Jonathan, there is a future for you.
What about Andrew?
I don't care.
Okay.
He's not interesting enough to me. Warren has proved himself to be too shitty to live.
Yeah.
Jonathan is very close to that, but at the same time, Jonathan's a follower, so...
Jonathan's, like, yeah, he's trying to be marginal, and given his company, I can give him a little bit of credit for that, but not fucking much, dude.
Right. And then we have the prophecy.
I am so sick of fucking prophecies.
I know you are. I am so excited about this prophecy, because I so do not care about this baby. It's such a drag on the plot. It has sidelined Lauren.
Sorry, guys. I too had to yawn. Okay, babies are always the worst on sitcoms because it's hard to be invested in something you can't play with.
I mean, yeah. Also, they poo.
Yeah.
A lot.
And they cry, and you've got to protect them, and someone's got to be there all the time.
I mean, I'll play with your baby, guys, but your baby is not an interesting story. It's a baby. So, unless your baby, like, shoots fire out of its ass or something.
Oh, that would take a lot of extra precautions,
yes.
too. Yeah.
So, yeah, those are our episodes. The father will kill the son.
Will he, though?
I hope so. I have a prediction here.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be some plot fuckery that makes Connor grow up instantly. Because this isn't the first show that would have done that. And that was a thing in the early aughts. And it drives me bonkers.
So what do you think the thing could be?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It's going to be like Angel has to defeat his son because his son is going to do some crazy fucked up shit. And, yeah. And it's going to be, they're going to turn him into an adult for this to happen.
I don't know why they pay attention to these prophecy bullshits anymore. Like,
they're so malleable.
the last several have turned out to be, like, really, really not worth even having a prophecy about.
Right.
Like, oh, you're gonna die and then live again, which we haven't even seen happen. And, oh, we're gonna bring someone back from the dead. Well, I mean, that happens. Okay, guys? That happens. Why do we need a prophecy about it?
Sure. All right. So, those are our episodes, guys. And, like, I'm sorry that we're a little sleepy and low energy today, but it's been a crazy-ass week, because we were...
Guys, you don't even know.
Yeah, this one was, I think, she probably killed someone out of frustration yesterday. So if you need me to hide a body later, can I have a nap first?
My Nerf gun's been getting a workout.
Yeah. All right. New patrons. Jen Noby, Luke Blunier, Kat Slater, Morgan Peters, Jessica Hogue, Anonymous, Christina Doss, Maddie D, Matthew Hogoboom, Matt V, Corrine Grimm, Virginia F, Lisa Mandel, Lindsay Little, Carrie Keenum, Anders Yargson. Sorry, it's Excel mangled the characters. I have no idea what's between the J and the G. So
it's an apostrophe or a...
There's a lot of umlauts in there.
Wow, okay.
Colton C and a comma for some strange reason. Robert Metcalf and Mike Rubio. So welcome, guys. We don't have any new reviews, and we're getting toward the end. I want, get us some more reviews, guys. I want to let's set a goal. How about 25 reviews?
What are we at now?
We're at 18.
Okay. We could hit that, you guys.
Yeah, so give us 25 reviews, and I will think of an appropriate reward. We should do a live watch. We haven't done one since, season 3.
That's true, we haven't.
So you have some homework and figure out when we're going to do a live watch.
Oh, what would be a good one? Hang on.
Do that later. We're recording right now.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So, guys, we're back. Sorry, this has been a 2-week break because if you listen to the little thing I put out the other day, it's it was a poor decision on our parts to burn through our buffer and not worry about rebuilding it. So that's why there's been a 2-week break, so that we can get our buffer back and sort of try to get on a more consistent schedule. We really love doing this. We really love you guys listening to us. We're not being lazy. It's just life comes at you fast. So,
yeah, it does. Especially when you're pushing code. Ah!
Yeah.
Don't do it.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye!
That was an Unspoiled Network podcast.